first one came in from Queen Maeve, and she asks, as a dominant, I have less trouble with telling my sub what to do or leading him, but I'm struggling in other aspects of my life with people-pleasing tendencies and not having a leadership mindset. Is there a way to transfer strategies to lead in my relationship to other aspects of my life? Great question. And the quick answer is absolutely yes. The key is to remove fear. Wonderful question, right? The key is to remove fear. And that's what I'm seeing right off the bat, because you painted a very clear delineation for me. Pretend they're all your subs. There you go. But really, and that can superficially be like a coping strategy, but you know how I go, Dago. I get to the root. Okay, we can pick that fruit off of the tree, but I like to go to the root. So here's the thing. You laid out a delineation for me. You said that your sub, you don't really have issues telling him what to do. And I know your sub is also your husband. But then you say in other aspects of your life with people-pleasing tendencies and not having a leadership mindset, I'm assuming you're referencing your job. My intuition is saying that you're talking about your job, that you are not taking up space at your job in a leadership position in the way that you need, because you're getting consumed with people-pleasing tendencies, all of that. The key here, think about the difference between your submissive and your coworker, your submissive and your job. Your job could negatively impact your livelihood. Your job, if it doesn't go well, could negatively financially impact your family. If you do or say something that your submissive doesn't like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? He's going to get a little fussy and he's going to get over it. But I think there's this fear, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my intuition is telling me that I think there's this fear in the back of your mind that is the pressure's all on you, or a lot of it is. And you feel like if I say or do the wrong thing, I'm opening up myself and then my family to negative risk. Because here's where my brain is going. If that's in the back of your head, I have a lot of fear for sure, fear of messing up at work. But the thing is, the fear of messing up is still a superficial fear. What are you afraid is going to happen if you mess up? That's where I'm going. Somewhere in there, it's if I say something wrong, if I do something wrong, if I step out of line, if I mess up at work, then this is going to happen. This is your fear. That fear is silencing your voice. That's why you're defaulting to people-pleasing mode. Because they hold the power and you have to be pleasing to them, or else they can wield their power negatively against you. That's really what it is. You don't have that fear with your submissive. So yes, you can transition it. You can transfer it. You can translate that femdom confidence and that energy in theory. But if that fear is still there, if you haven't attacked the root of why that fear is there, what keeps coming up, then no, that fear is gonna, it's like you're gonna try to like transfer the energy over, wall. I can't get through, I can't get through, I can't get through. I can't express this dominant energy that I normally can. Wall of fear. Codependency has elements of fear. And I say you cannot be a codependent dominant because you will cease to be dominant, right? Same thing. You cannot be fearful and dominant at the same time. You cannot be fearful and powerful at the same time. Let me just phrase it like that. You cannot be fearful and powerful at the same time. So if you want to be powerful, you have to get to the root of why you're fearful. Okay? It's that little anxiety voice that tells you no when confidence tells you yes. Yeah. And so you need to be aware of where is this coming from and dig into it. Really start digging into it. And so if it is pressure, if it is, I can't fail at work, I can't mess up at work, because if I mess up at work, then they're going to let me go. If they let me go, then my family is going to be destroyed financially and I don't know what we're going to do to survive. Like if that is the fear in the back of your head because you are the sole provider or the primary provider and you're going into work with all of that anxiety on your shoulders, all that pressure on your shoulders, it's that fear that's making you a people pleaser. And honestly, you people pleasing, they put you in a leadership position. you're gonna let that fear drive you into people pleasing, it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy, bro. So you need to nip it. You need to get to the root. Is it pressure? Is it like, what is it? Is it financial? Is it reputation? Is it, I'm not going to be able to find another job? This is the best job I've ever had, and I won't be able to find a better job if something happens to this one. Like, what is the root fear? This is not just for Queen Maeve right now. If any of you who are watching are struggling with this crippling fear or anxiety, challenge the thoughts. Don't just let the thoughts come in and be consumed by them. No, challenge them. Stop and look at them and go, why? What is this trying to tell me? Where is this leading me?